welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Hen and this is Crafting from the Broom Closet. And today we're continuing from what we did last time. I'm working on making my own almanac. If you want to see what I did in the first video, go back and check it out. The link will be somewhere. Probably in the description. It'll be somewhere. And today I'm going to be working on, so these is spring, summer, autumn, winter. I'm going to put the autumn and winter aside for the moment and work on the spring, summer. So last time I just made the covers for internal, so it's like 4 journals inside a journal. That's the plan. And all I did was fold and glue. The next step is I need to attach elastic. And what I stupidly forgot is that this here is exactly the same height as paper that will be going inside it. So I need to extend it a bit, because if I put elastic through here, it's just going to rip into the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some scrap cardboard. It's from, I think it was a screen cover for my phone. I don't know. It was something from my phone. Don't need it anymore. So I'm going to cut out, and because these are 1 inch thick, I'm going to make 1 inch square, and that should be enough because it will give me 1/2 inch at the top and bottom to attach the elastic. So that's what we're going to do, is going to cut out some 1 inch squares, and I'm going to need 2, 4, 6, 8 in total. So that's what I'm going to do. Bear with me, I'm just going to have a sip on my tea. Proper British builder's brew there. Right. So let's get me measuring going. I don't really need the ruler to measure because I have the grid on my board. Obviously I don't necessarily want the curves. Do I want the curves? No. No, don't want the curves. So I'll cut off. Let's line that line up there. There we go. And I'll cut off that edge first, because I don't want them curves. That should still give me plenty there to give an inch. These little knives you can get on Amazon, they're very cute. You buy like a pack of them. I was gifted them, so I can't tell you the price, but they are available on Amazon. I know they're available on Amazon because I know that's where she ordered them from. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can. Right, get rid of that, don't need that. So now we want that to be 1 inch, and 2 of these squares make 1 inch. Line it up, there we go. And I'll go down to there. Get your nose. Just move that up so I can see the squares lower down. That's better. As you can see, I quite often use my mat as a tea holder. Oops. It has been wiped. It's just stained. Here's what it is. There we go. So that is, oh, didn't cut through at the top. Why didn't it cut through at the top? There we go. So that's a 1 inch. And now I need to cut it into 2 inches the other way. Oh, so I'll do, see how many I can get out of one slot, one strip even. 1. 2. You don't have to be precise. You might actually want to take a sliver off. I don't know yet, we'll see. I might need a sliver off because it needs to fit in. We'll see what happens. 4. I'm going to get another 2 out of this. I'm going to need another 2. I have plenty of cardboard left then, aren't I? That's awesome. It's handy to keep packaging like this because it comes in handy for little projects, little bits like this. And actually that would make a good tag as well. It's quite thick. Oh, that wasn't clever. Maybe I won't get 2 out of this now because I slid that. No, it should be fine. She says. Should just be alright. We'll see. There we go. So I've got enough to make 3 of them for now, and I'll cut the others up in a little while. So I want to fold them in half. I'm going to use my ruler again as a guide to fold against. And I want the shiny side, because it's a shiny side, I want the shiny side out because the papery side will stick better to the other papery side, if that makes sense. Shiny doesn't like sticking. So just fold it over like that. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfectly precise, but that will give me 1/2 inch above. No, it won't. I've made a mistake here because I need it to tuck over. I stuck that. I'm going to make them bigger. I just cut all that for no reason. But luckily I've got plenty left. Because I want them to be probably a bit bigger than 1 inch. Because I need it to stick up and I don't want it just to be attached. So let's try again. This time we'll get it right. Come on. I'm actually going to do it. If I do it 1.5 inches. Yeah, I do it 1.5 inches. And that will give me a bit more to play with. Yeah. Let me just try that before I decide to cut them all to that length. So if I put the halfway point on that would be here. Doesn't have to be as precise. About there. Why you're not straight? There we go. About there. Fold it over. Now I can glue that on. And I'll have a bit sticking up the top. That's better. So it doesn't have to be much sticking up the top. Just a small amount. But that's much better. So 1.5 inches will be fine. So 3 squares is 1.5 inches. I'm doing it this way because I can cut better from this side. Let's bring you back into the middle a bit better. Obviously I can't get as many out if I do it 1.5 inches, but hey ho. But them little squares that I cut, I can use them for something else in the future. I won't throw them away. Because little inch squares might come in handy for something. Oh, that didn't go through. 1. 2. 3. I've got just over half an inch left in that one. So I've got enough to do what I need to do today. So let's fold them all in half again. Doesn't have to be 100% in half. You won't see that it's not exactly in half. I'm just using this because it makes it straighter. Oh. Last one. There we go. So they're not quite lined up, but it doesn't matter because you won't even see that. So I'm going to stick these on like so and like so on both ends, and then I'm going to decorate because these will need to dry before I start piercing holes in them. I've just bought a new pot of glue. I can show you what glue I use. It's not expensive glue. So it comes from a shop called The Works. It's £2 and it's actually their fabric glue. But it really works well. It works on fabric, but it works well for gluing this too. So I'm going to glue on both sides because they need to stick to the surface and to each other, to this and to each other. And I'm not worried about being precise, as long as I leave a little bit at the top, not too much. About that much will be enough. And I'll do that on both ends. On both of them. So it'll take a little while to dry, which is why I'm going to decorate these while they're drying. Hopefully is that going to close? Yeah. Oh, sliding. Okay. Put that over to one side to dry. Oh, where's my glue? I moved it. So the glue does come with a nozzle, because I stupidly let it get clogged up. I took it off and I just used a paintbrush. Is what it is. Not there. These don't have to be precise, as long as I'm leaving enough at the top that I can pierce holes with my hole piercer thingy. I can't remember what it's called. Someone in the comments will tell me. The last one. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. Probably not. Let's move you over a bit. There we go. You should be able to see now. So I'm just, like I said, just giving that little bit of extension at the top so I can pierce holes in that for my elastic to go through. I mean, if you're using something like a hole punch and you're making bigger holes, you will need it further up, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use I can't remember the word. It's for piercing holes. I'll show you in a little while. So there you go. So that is ready for me to now decorate. Okay, let's start. Oh, I remember what the name of that tool is. It's an awl. I kept thinking down and I'm like, no, that's not right. Awl. So it's one of these. It's for piercing holes. Anyway, so let's decorate. Which way up is the front? Yeah, I'm going to have that at the back. Remember where I made that mistake? You go back and watch the previous video. I made the mistake of not gluing that far enough over on the first one. So I'm going to have that at the back. So the front is going to be here. So I'm going to open it out so I have a flat surface to work on. And I've been rummaging through what I have to see what I can find to decorate it with. And each one of these I plan on doing differently. So there's not going to be a thing. The only thing that I will be adding is the months in the same. I've got somewhere, where have I put it? I've got a really old diary here that I never ever used. I do that. I have a habit of buying lovely diaries. Isn't that beautiful? I'm wondering how I can use this in the future, but I will. Lovely diaries. So I'm just going to cut out the months from here. Because why not? Might as well use it for something. I'm terrible. I may have bought 3 or 4 diaries that year because I have a habit of doing that. I bought one this year as well. I bought it the other day. I bought a calendar and diary set for 50p. I don't know why, but I did. So let's see what we've got. So I picked up my gardening magazines. To me, spring is tulips and daffodils. So I'm probably going to pick some of the images out of here. But I've also, I have an old paper pad from many years ago. And it's all nursery. But in it, it has this pattern. Really pretty. It's like lambs and there's a little duckling. So I'm going to use this as well. And that's what I'm going to use on the spring. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. We're going to have a play around and see what happens. I do like these really vibrant ones on here, and it's a bit thicker. But I don't know how I'd be able to cut that out. I'm going to use this word here, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that spring word. So let's start by tearing that cover off. Let's see if I can find my scissors. I don't really want to, I don't need. I piled up loads of stuff here that I want to use. The only problem is, no, I can't find anything that I need to use. Where have I put my scissors? Oh, my fabric scissors, but I'm not using them. So I will be right back after I found some scissors. Okay, found my scissors. I'd left them downstairs. I forgot that I'd taken them with me to an event, and that's where they were. And I think I'm changing my mind about this front. I probably will still use the word spring. I'm going to cut that out, I'm going to play about. I'm going to cut a few things out, play about with them, see what they look like. So let's start off by cutting out the word spring. I'm not sure about this because now I'm thinking about it. You can see the I don't think I'm going to use that version of spring. I think I can find lots of other versions of spring without it being interfered with. So I've got a few pictures I'd like to play with. To me, spring, daffodils, tulips is spring. So I'm going to put out this page because I do like that one. Let's see if I can find the tulips. I know I had some lovely tulips in one of these magazines. Or even blossom. Blossom on the trees is spring as well, isn't it? So that's a possibility. Well, let's have a look. Daffodils. Well, I say daffodils are more February, early March. We've already got daffodils coming up now. But you also have loads of different narcissi that are different. They flower up until May, I believe. You can't see me flicking through. Oh, there's a nice tulip one. I like this. Oh, there's a couple of nice tulips ones there, actually. But I'm liking this orangey one. Like I said, I'm going to play around. But on the other side, I've got the purple. So I might even choose the purple. Yeah, we'll see. But I think there's some more in here. Beautiful. There was one I saw. I don't know if it was in this one. But I thought it would be easy to cut around and make similar colours to that. I think it was red and yellow. So I've got that. I could cut out the semicircle. We'll see. I'm trying to find. See, that's beautiful. I was gifted these. I put an advert in like our local Facebook group saying, "Has anyone got any old magazines or something?" You've got them red tulips there. They're not the ones I was looking for. Anyone got any old magazines that I can use for craft projects? And some woman turned up with a big pile of gardening magazines and a couple of touristy magazines. I don't think it is in this one. So I've got tulips there, but I don't think I'm going to use them on. Look, see? Not tulips, daffodils. Look, January, February, March, April. April, May. So narcissus really do cover the whole of spring, but it starts as early as January apparently. Didn't know that. I knew February. This is more. Oh, there we go. That's the one I was looking for. So it's an advert for some bulbs. I think that's the one I'm going to use. I think I can cut them around some of them. So I'm going to use that one. I won't use that one. And this one, I think. So we're keeping with the yellowy theme. I think that will work on the green background really well. So let's start with, if I cut this down, I want it slightly smaller than that. So if I get my ruler and knife, then I'll have to find the word spring again, won't I? Because I wasn't happy with the one I'd chosen. Where did I put my ruler? There it is. There we go. I'm just going to trim off this edge because it's tatty edge. I can't tell if I'm going straight because it's longer than the board. Hang on, let's see what happens. Right. So how wide do I want it to be? And I want it to cover the whole of the green. So I'm probably going to come into about here. That way the edge of that tulip, daffodil is. Can always cut it down smaller if I need to. I'm losing light by the minute. It's a very dull day here in Milton. Oh, that didn't go. I didn't cut that straight, did I? I'm going to bring it over because I've just gone. Oh, skewy if look. Wasn't leaning up against the ruler at all. That's fine. I know that edge and that edge is straight, so let's use them as a guide. I'll bring you over. So we're on that line. There we go. Okay. So now we know it's that wide, whether I like it or not. But I think that's fine. What happened there? Oh, covering up my light. That's not good, is it? Just cut that again because I clearly cut that one crooked. I think it actually tore as I was cutting it. It's getting narrower and narrower, but it's fine. There we go. And I think I'll cut down to there. Hopefully that'll be about right. Straighten that up. That's better. Right, so let's have a look how that looks on the background. Yeah, that's cool with me. And then I want to get... Where did I put them? I'm going to get one of these. And I think I'm going to tear the edges of these. Because I think it will look cool. So let's pop you out of the way for a minute. Which one shall I use? I think I'm going to use this one down here. I like this one down here. Go that way first. That way first. This is quite thick paper. Come on, there, thank you. Move you out of the way. Just tear off around the outside. There you go, that's quite cute, isn't it? Where did I just put? So I'll put that in the background. And I'll put the lamb in there. And then I'll cut out them tulips. If I can find them again. Not that page. Where were they? This page, wasn't it? Yeah, this page. And I'll cut out a couple of one of the tulips. Maybe these two tulips. and I'll have that at the front. I think that looked quite nice. So this is why I needed my scissors, because I'm not going to be able to do it without scissors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around the edge of these now. And have these in the foreground. And I'm not worried about cutting the ones in the background out, because I think they look fine in the background. So I'm just going to go up to this stem, cut around the outside edge of this tulip. I think it's actually there. I'll do. And have that in the foreground. Yeah, I'm quite liking that. And then I have the word spring there. And then I'll put the months on. So how do I glue this down? Do I use glue stick, or do I use... Oh, am I going to cover up the duck? Do you know what? I don't mind covering up the duck. I just want the lamb, really. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to use... No, I'm going to use the popper glue. Oh, oops. Covering up the light. Don't want to do that. Use this as a glue page. No, actually, I will use glue stick. You know why I use glue stick for this? Because this paper will warp under that other glue otherwise. Hopefully these glue strips are okay. If I need to add some more glue to the edges later, I can with the actual proper glue. But I just want to, hopefully these glues, they're just cheap glue strips. I don't know how good they are. Not used this particular brand before. They might be absolutely awful, but we'll find out, won't we? Normally you can tell after a week or so whether they start peeling away. Move that away. Thank you. Oh, that's the fun. And then put it on the wrong side. With using glue sticks, you get a little bit of time to move things about. What I could do, coming over a little bit more. Up a little bit. That'll do. Oh, that's not straight at all. But hey ho, it's only for me. Only for me. Where did I just put the other bits? Oh, there we go. I'm going to put real glue on this one. Real glue, the fabric glue on this one, just because this is much heavier and it won't warp. There's a nice summer. I might use that summer word on my summer one. I had planned on doing both spring and summer today, but I think I might just leave it at spring. Because otherwise the video is going to be way too long. And we'll do summer next time. And then once we've done all the outsides, we can start filling them with all the fun things. Although I might actually finish spring before I move on to summer, because I have a full moon coming up and I need to work on that. And that information will be going in to my into this book. So it makes sense to do spring first and then move on to summer, doesn't it? And that on there? Yeah. There we go. We'll see. See how the mood takes me next time I put the camera on. Whether I continue working on spring before moving on to decorating summer, or whether I decorate all the covers and then start filling the stuff in on the inside. Yeah, I really do like that. How cute, eh? Right, next thing I need to do is find a word spring that I like. And I'm using the weather. Well, so the meteorological versions of spring, summer, autumn, winter, rather than the astronomical, because they do not line up quite as well. So in the UK, we say spring is March, April, May. Summer is June, July, August. And autumn is, what was that, autumn? September, October, November, and then a winter is November, December. No, December, January, February. Whereas if you do the astrological, they're partial months. And I don't want to make it that complicated. I'm sure I saw the word spring really nicely printed somewhere. Now I can't find it. Oh, there we go. Okay, for that one. Right, clearly the word spring. I'm just going to cut around that. Okay, I'll put the word spring there, and then I'll put the months there, I think. Bigger on the back of that one. Like I said, I'll check, see how well this is stuck down, whether it's staying stuck. And if I need to add more glue to it, I will. Shall I put it there? Yeah, I think I'll put it there. And now I just need to go into my little diary, old diary, and pick out the months and cut them out. So we need March, April, and May. So I'm just gonna cut off like so. Oh, I've cut that too tight. Luckily, I've got lots of pages that say March on them. I'll do this one. Stay. Thank you. And cut it all the way over there. And then I can trim it off. Okay. I'm not looking for perfection, because that would be silly. Oh, get off you. Don't stick. Thank you. We go March. March. April and May is what I need. This is a page a day diary, so lots of pages in this one. April and May. I decided to just tear them if it was easier than trying to cut them. April. Oh, that's very crooked. April and May. Stick these down. These are thicker paper. I can use the proper glue on them. The fabric glue. I'm doing it staggered like that on purpose. I quite like it. Every cover for the internal parts will be different. I'm not following a format apart from putting the days, the months on. The only thing that will be taken from the same book. Okay. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. So there you go. So there's the front cover. These are dry now, so I'll be able to add the elastic to this next time we're here. So what we will see inside when we open up the journal is that. Oh, I should pull that over much further. Is it too? Let's see if I can move that over. No, I'm not going to be able to because of that. But that does show me that hasn't stuck down very well. So, is it gone skew-if? Is that why? Yes, totally skew-if. Let's see if I can get it to move over. I don't think I'm going to be able to because this, I stuck down with the... Yeah. Oh, well, never mind. I'm going to, while I'm here, use this glue because that is definitely not very good. Glue stick. The fact that peeled off that easily tells me that is rubbish glue stick, and I won't be using it. I'll probably gift it to the local playgroup or something. Or keep it for an event where I can have people cutting out and sticking stuff. Yeah, I would have liked that further over. It is what it is. I've done it now. But there you go. That is my spring cover. And I will see you again next time. And like I said, I haven't decided. I might do the inside, or I might do the summer cover. See you again soon. Bye bye.